I'm sitting here with Judy Whalen, wife to Jack Unruh, the legendary illustrator. And, how are you feeling today?
Great, thank you.
So, you were married to Jack, and how'd you guys meet?
Well, I was a representative, an agent for 20 illustrators and photographers in Dallas. And my client, who was a graphic designer, had a house that he bought with two other people. One of the people was Jack Unruh. And I was calling on my client, the graphic designer, and he introduced me to Jack and also to his work. So I became familiar with him. We became fast friends. The rest was history. We were married shortly after. And I was married to him for 33 years until his death in 2016.
How would you describe his artwork to someone who's never seen it before?
He had two different styles within a medium, and the medium was pen and ink with watercolor. Sometimes he even used a gold leaf. But basically, he had two styles, two kinds of areas within his illustration. One was realistic, like landscaping, nature, portraitures, and then the other was more of what he called unreal. And those were things that were imagined that, came from his mind, and he drew upon those ideas. Whereas the other realistic, he drew upon nature, what was there, and he elaborated. But what he did with his unreal is that he took a lot out of his imagination, which later made a difference with young people. So his work never grew old.
Do you think that his personality shone through in his artwork?
Oh, definitely. And that's an illustrator, a good illustrator, will not only take what you, the client, has, the rules and regulations and what they have to do, they will also bring in their emotions and their feeling. And because he saw the world maybe differently than we did, he was able to tell that story in his imagery. And a lot of that personality will come out in anybody's work. And that's, the key factor in anything anyone does is that they can be, portray what they feel and their emotions and they're passionate, it will come out.
What do you think are some of his best pieces and or accomplishments, in your opinion?
So often somebody as talented as he um, would can sit on their laurels. That means, just go with what their last accomplishment was. Um, he was always looking for more and growing and deciphering what was out there and what people's interests were. And then one of the things, I think he got a prestigious award from the New York Society of Illustrators. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame along with others that had been there before him, great illustrators like Norman Rockwell, Andrew Wyeth, Maxwell Parrish, and on and on. So he's right up there with them. And also, he was awarded the Distinguished Alumni at Washington University in St. Louis, which is quite a prestigious school. He had a goal, and that was to take his journal that he kept for 30 years, two big books of fishing and hunting, traveling with National Geographic, some of his jobs, trips with me. And he, toward the end of his life, he was in the process of producing that with friends. And they produced it. And then before that, say maybe 2 years, he did an abundance of work for himself, large illustrations, wildlife, all relating to fishing and hunting, which they put into this book, double page spreads. So it was quite that was an accomplishment. His art lives on in some of his publications. So he fulfilled his dream there. A lot of his students went on to have really prestigious jobs in the industry, designers, illustrators, photographers even. And one of them said he didn't only teach us to draw, he taught us how to live. And that is a great legacy to live behind.